Dark Tales and Disturbing Legends was released in 2005, written by Harold Johnson, Brett King, Ari Marmel, Steve Miller, and Ryan Naylor, with interior art by Talon Dunning, Marcio Forito, Brian LeBlanc, and Claudio Pozas, with cover by Ron Thompson. This guide contains 5 ghost stories that can be used as adventures or used as templates for DM to use stories in their campaigns as adventures. There are 5 stories in this book. 2 Inherit Eternity is about inheriting a gift and being careful about what you get. The Curse of Ashington Manor is about a vengeful spirit placing a curse on a manor, and players have to figure out how to break the curse. The Brood of the Bukolati is about multiple personalities and killings. To Honor and Obey is about marriage gone bad, and Noises in the Night is about the terror that lurks in the dark. Now that was just a broad overview of the stories. I don't want to tell them for spoiler reasons, just in case you do get this guide. I think the idea around this product was to provide adventures for players since they could not publish adventure modules, and this was the best way to try and circumvent that. Or the best way they could think of to circumvent that. Or it was just a weird idea that sounded better in the boardroom than in actual print. Either way, I did not care for this product. I did not think that the stories were that great, to be honest with you, and most felt like regular ghost stories that just had the RAVENLOFT name tacked on to it. The best one of the book, though, and probably the easiest to adapt and play, was The Curse of Ashington Manor. Whether you like the stories or you don't, it's going to be subjective, but this is just my opinion on it. Either way, I don't feel like the stories were that easy to adapt to an adventure. And then the appendix does have some new monsters and some spells for the adventures, and it also has the NPCs for the adventures, but still, I don't think it'll be easy. So, I do not recommend this book. The stories at best, to me, they're okay. They take too much time and work for a DM to put into a cohesive adventure, when there's just so many other things a DM can do as an adventure in many other RAVENLOFT products. It was just one of those ideas that should have just stayed on the drawing board, if you ask me. So, yeah. Although, there is one caveat to this. This would be the last official release of 3rd edition RAVENLOFT by White Wolf to hit the shelves. And so this does make this a little harder to find than a lot of the other products, simply because it seemed like it was a limited release. So for collectors out there who want this, you may have to pay a little bit for it. And it is one of the harder things to find. But other than that, no, I would do not recommend this book. Beware the tales told in darkness. Childhood legends, ghost stories, and cautionary tales take on a life of their own when surrounded by the mist of RAVENLOFT. From the immortal creature destined to eternal wandering to the sinister tailor known as Scissorman. From the family whose members all have dark secrets to a wedding night shattered by horror and the house that relives the atrocity at its core. 5 stories of classic terror become a setting for bold adventurers or helpless victims. This book revisits the old-fashioned horror story as viewed through the lens of RAVENLOFT and provides players and DMs with a chance to rewrite a horrific ending or become part of the recurring nightmare. Techniques for turning stories into games and adapting a tale to suit a particular group offer a handbook for creating and playing one-of-a-kind adventures that touch upon heroes' deepest fears.